Have you ever boarded a plane and felt that there's more happening behind the scenes than you can see? Like, while you settle into your seat, buckle up, and scroll through the in-flight entertainment, there's an entire hidden world quietly operating around you. Flying might feel routine, but the reality is far more complex, fascinating, and in some cases, surprising. Airlines have developed countless rules, procedures, and secret routines that keep flights safe, efficient, and comfortable. But most passengers never notice them. From the pilots in the cockpit, to the water you drink, the chimes you hear, and even the way lights dim during takeoff, there's a hidden system working to make your journey smooth. In this video, we're going to uncover those secrets in depth, revealing facts that could completely change the way you travel forever. Before we dive in, hit that subscribe button to make sure you never miss another insider tip that can make your next flight smarter, safer, and even more enjoyable. Let's begin with the people in charge of the aircraft, the pilots. Most passengers assume that from takeoff to landing, pilots are completely alert, monitoring instruments, adjusting controls, and reacting instantly. While they are highly trained professionals, the truth is more nuanced, especially on long-haul flights. Pilots are actually allowed, and sometimes encouraged, to take short, controlled naps during specific phases of flight. This is called controlled rest, and it is approved by aviation authorities worldwide. Why? Because rested pilots are more alert and capable of making the split-second decisions needed during critical moments such as turbulence, landing, or unexpected emergencies. On ultra-long flights, pilots even have hidden sleeping quarters tucked away near the cockpit or above the cabin. These private spaces often include comfortable beds, soft blankets, dim lighting, and soundproofing to maximize rest. When one pilot takes a nap, the co-pilot takes control, and sometimes the autopilot system maintains stability for a short period. While it may sound alarming at first that pilots can sleep during a flight, these practices are carefully monitored and entirely safe, designed to ensure the flight remains under strict supervision at all times. It's an extraordinary balance between human skill and technology, and it's something most passengers never think about as they drift off to sleep or watch a movie. Oxygen masks are another element of air travel that comes with a surprising reality. Most passengers assume that if the masks drop in an emergency, they provide a long-lasting supply of oxygen. In reality, they typically only last for 12 to 15 minutes, just enough time for pilots to bring the plane down to a safe altitude, usually around 10,000 feet. The real danger is hesitation. At cruising altitude, the air is far too thin to breathe comfortably, and passengers can lose consciousness in as little as 20 to 30 seconds if they delay putting on their mask. That's why flight attendants emphasize the rule: put on your own mask first before assisting others. Every second counts, and even small delays can be dangerous. Aviation history has documented cases where quick action with oxygen masks prevented serious accidents, showing just how crucial these devices are. Most people also overlook something as basic as airplane water. While a cup of coffee or tea might seem harmless, most in-flight water comes from onboard tanks, not bottled sources. These tanks supply water to coffee machines, tea kettles, and bathroom sinks. But they are not cleaned as often as one might hope. Studies have revealed bacteria, including E. coli in some samples, especially on older aircraft, whose tanks may go months without proper sanitation. The Environmental Protection Agency conducted water quality tests and found that about 1 in 8 planes failed basic safety standards due to contaminated water. Flight attendants often avoid using tap water themselves, choosing bottled water exclusively. If you want to be cautious, always ask whether your drink is made with bottled water and avoid brushing your teeth with tap water on long flights. Though serious illnesses are rare, these precautions can prevent unpleasant situations and are a testament to how small details matter in aviation. Have you ever wondered why cabin lights dim during takeoff and landing? It isn't just for atmosphere. This is a carefully planned safety procedure. Dimming the lights allows passengers' eyes to adjust to lower lighting levels, in case an evacuation is needed. Bright cabin lights can leave passengers temporarily blinded in an emergency, while dimmed lighting helps people see exits and obstacles more clearly. Flight attendants also ask you to open the window shades during takeoff and landing. This allows everyone to assess the outside environment, fire, debris, obstacles, or other hazards, so that in the rare event of an evacuation, passengers are better prepared. These measures might seem small, but in an emergency, they can make the difference between orderly evacuation and chaos. Those familiar ding sounds you hear throughout a flight? They are far more than simple notifications. These chimes form a secret communication system used exclusively by the crew. A single ding after takeoff often signals that the plane has reached 10,000 feet, marking the altitude where electronic devices can safely be used. Other sequences of chimes indicate turbulence, check-ins with certain systems, or specific instructions for flight attendants. 3 consecutive dings generally signal a serious problem that requires immediate attention. This subtle audio language allows the crew to communicate quickly and discreetly without alarming passengers, keeping operations smooth behind the scenes. Flight attendants also have discreet ways of managing disruptive passengers. Rather than announcing a problem publicly, which could alarm the cabin, they often use coded language or seat numbers to communicate quietly among themselves. Phrases like, "Passenger 13F requires attention," or "Level 2 situation," let the crew address issues efficiently. Some airlines even train staff in hand signals or quiet cues to manage more serious situations. This invisible system keeps flights safe and orderly without creating panic among other passengers. Checked baggage is another area full of hidden realities. Many travelers assume their luggage will always arrive with them, but that's not guaranteed. Airlines may reroute or delay baggage to keep flights on schedule, particularly when the flight is overbooked or cargo space is limited. Operational mistakes or rushed handling can also result in bags being sent on the wrong flight. This is why airlines recommend keeping essential items, medications, documents, and valuables in carry-on luggage. Understanding this beforehand can save you from unnecessary stress at baggage claim. Cockpit security is another layer of hidden airline precautions. Modern aircraft have reinforced doors that pilots can lock during security threats. These doors can only be opened from inside unless an emergency override is used. This system was implemented after past incidents of cockpit intrusion to ensure that pilots maintain full control at all times. In extreme situations, pilots can lock the door indefinitely to prevent unauthorized access. Airlines require at least 2 people in the cockpit at all times, ensuring that no one is ever isolated and that constant monitoring is maintained. While this might seem extreme, these measures have been vital in keeping passengers safe over the past decades. Airplane mode for electronic devices is another misunderstood rule. While many passengers think it's primarily for aircraft safety, modern planes are heavily shielded from signal interference. The real purpose is to prevent interference with ground cell networks. At cruising altitudes, phones constantly search for signals and rapidly switch between cell towers. If hundreds of devices are all active simultaneously, it can overload ground networks, affecting mobile service for people on the ground. Airplane mode isn't just about protecting your flight, it's about maintaining communication networks for everyone else. Finally, there's the potential for free upgrades. While it may seem impossible to get a business or first-class seat, airlines occasionally upgrade passengers when economy is overbooked or premium cabins have empty seats. Courtesy, appearance, and strategic check-in timing can make a difference. Checking in slightly later, being polite, and dressing neatly can increase your chances of landing an unexpected upgrade. Flight attendants have the authority to make these decisions, and combining small gestures, timing, and presentation can transform a routine flight into a luxurious experience. From secret pilot naps to dimmed lights, limited oxygen, questionable water, coded chimes, discreet passenger management, delayed luggage, cockpit security, airplane mode rules, and the possibility of surprise upgrades, Air travel is far more complex than most passengers realize. Every procedure, no matter how small, has a purpose, and every hidden system is part of a carefully orchestrated network designed to protect, guide, and support passengers. Flying might feel routine, but as we've seen, there's an entire invisible world operating above the clouds that most travelers never notice. One designed to make every flight as safe and efficient as possible. If any of these insights surprised you, don't forget to subscribe for more insider travel tips. Leave a comment below telling us which secret shocked you the most. We'd love to hear your thoughts. Next time you fly, remember, you are surrounded by countless invisible safety measures, and the world above the clouds is far more fascinating than it seems.